What up, my fellow dorks? It is the Turtle Dork back with a new trailer reaction for you today. So this is one that has been highly anticipated by many people. I know a lot of people have been curious about this movie for a while, and we've been getting a lot of behind the scenes footage while they were filming it. It is DC's Joker. There's been a lot about this movie that's been talked about this movie, whether the reasoning for why this film is even being made, how does it fit in with the rest of the canon of the DC universe, is this an Elseworlds film, Joaquin Phoenix who's playing the Joker, Todd Phillips as the director, you got Robert De Niro, Martin Scorsese so allegedly producing the film. Again, it's just a lot. But I think once we started to learn a little bit more about this movie and we started to see a lot of the production stills coming out from behind this, from the production of this film, and seeing Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker and the look that he has, I think people's tune about this movie started to kind of shift and started to turn. I know mine's did, and this is one of my most anticipated movies of the year. So I'm highly curious and anticipating what this is actually going to be. I think Todd Phillips is definitely going to bring something new and different to this property. He's able to tackle darker themes and darker materials, which we saw a little bit in his film War Dogs. And he just seems like he has those type of sensibilities, even though he comes from a world of comedy. But I think him working with this cast, and if Scorsese is involved in some capacity, I think the two of them working together are able to shape something that is going to be something that's going to feel and look a lot different than anything that we've seen before. So that has me really curious about this film. So with no further ado, let's check out what they have in store for us with Joker.
Arthur, does it help to have someone to talk to?
My mother always tells me to smile and put on a happy face. She told me I had a purpose to bring laughter and joy to the world. Is it just me? Or is it getting crazier out there?
Smile, though your heart is aching. Smile, even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by if you smile. To your fear and sorrow, smile, and maybe tomorrow you'll find this worthwhile. What's so funny? Freak?
Gotham's lost its way. What kind of coward would do something that cold-blooded? Someone who hides behind a mask.
I used to think that my life was a tragedy. But now I realize it's a comedy.
Just
wow, that looks and feels completely different than anything that is within the canon of DC that we've seen thus far. This really does feel like a character piece. in the truest sense of the word. Yeah, this is not like a quote-unquote superhero film that's plot driven, that's special effects heavy, you know, that's really focusing on like the brand or the actual or the character of the Joker, but this is actually about Joaquin Phoenix's character Arthur and his almost descent into madness, and how, you know, his plight in this world has really kind of taken a toll on him, and him basically trying to smile through the pain and the torment and everything that he's going through, and how that slowly just starts to just turn him and kind of into like this madman. And you kind of see that in the trailer, and this his physical performance that you see in this, just seeing him and how much weight that he lost, and his physique, it's just, I don't know, it's kind of eerie and kind of scary just to even look at him like that, you know, just the way he can kind of contort his body. Yeah, man, and like I said, Todd Phillips, visually what he's doing with this movie, I think he's definitely evolving, that we're seeing as a filmmaker. If you look at his own filmography, good to see Robert De Niro there at the end, but it definitely does kind of, I mean, I could see why people were making the comparisons when they heard that Scorsese was involved with this picture, because it does kind of have that Travis Bickle kind of feel to it from Taxi Driver, and it feels like we're getting a little bit of that tone and that aesthetic with this type of film, especially with this taking place like around, I think it's like the early or mid 80s. I think that setting is also going to play heavily into that aesthetic that we see with this character. I don't know, I like what I'm seeing here. I like what I'm seeing a lot. I think we got a little bit of, I believe that was Thomas Wayne on the television that he was watching, but it feels completely different from any other quote-unquote Joker that we've seen cinematically. Like I said, it doesn't feel like a comic book movie. It doesn't feel, I mean, to be honest with you, it doesn't even really feel like a Joker movie, which I think actually works in its favor, you know, because I think we can dive deeper into kind of how he became the Joker, and the descent into all that madness. I don't know, and it makes you empathize with him a little bit more, especially in the beginning of the trailer. It really allows you as an audience member to empathize with his character, like, you know, seeing him kind of being made fun of and getting beaten and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, you kind of feel bad for him. So I think this is going to be one of those movies that is really going to kind of, you know, play with the audience as far as like, you know, feeling for somebody that we ultimately know is going to be a very cruel and vile person by the end of this. So that's going to be interesting to see how Todd Phillips and the cast are able to kind of really tell that arc from beginning to end. I'm digging it, man. I'm digging it. But yeah, go ahead and let me know what you thought of the trailer for Joker in the comments below. Remember to rate, like, subscribe, and share, and go to check out my other dorks at MouthDork, at TheDiscoDork, at WB Das, and at Sidewalk Siren. And as for me, I am the Turtle Dork, and with that, your boy is out.